What is up, guys? It's your boy Joseph Huga here, Huga Core Anime Podcast, and this is my co-host,
It's your boy Flu.
And welcome to today's episode. This one is actually a viewer request episode.
There's gonna be a lot of those.
Yeah, I have a feeling there will be too, and I don't mind doing it. It's actually fun. Gets us in this if there's some stuff we don't know, and we can watch it and see if we like it, and kind of go from there.
Indeed.
But the first thing I want to say is that our appearance today is sponsored by No Hatz Barbershop in St. Louis. No Hatz Barbershop is a kind of how do I want to say this? A self-owned business by the lead barber is also the business owner. His name's Rodney, and he took care of us today for our appearance so that we can be fresh and look good for the podcast.
Damn quick and damn good.
Damn quick and damn good. He provides beard trims, haircuts, pretty much anything that you need, like cosmetically, like the steam baths, the towels, and all that shit.
Facial wise.
Yeah, face wise. Like
face and head wise.
Face and head wise. Yeah, I guess I should be more specific. Yeah. But yeah, he took care of us today. So this episode is sponsored by No Hatz Barbershop. So go out and take a look at them. We'll have a picture up right here with some details on where you can find it, and you can go get yourself taken care of. So,
but today are we even talking about an anime today, Joe?
You know,
are we really? I mean, are we though?
You know, I don't know, man. I mean, according to the definition of what an anime is basically a cartoon created in Japan using Japanese animation, and that is an anime. This was created in the United States.
Yep.
So technically it would be considered a cartoon.
Technically, yes.
However, to us, it has very anime-like tendencies. And the reason why I say that is because, in my opinion, a cartoon, as people like to label anime, which drives me insane.
So does that.
A cartoon is like SpongeBob, Angry Beavers, Dexter's Lab,
Ed, Ed and Eddie,
yeah. Powerpuff Girls.
Yep.
You know, stuff like that. Where every episode is just a random episode that doesn't lead to anything. It's all just...
Some things might connect, but overall, each episode is kind of its own thing.
It's independent of itself.
It's its own story, basically, in each episode. So
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something controversial, like Fooly Cooly. Fooly Cooly is not an anime. But anyways, so does this follow that? No, actually it does not. Vox Machina. Vox Machina. The Legend of Vox Machina.
You got to say the legend of, because that's what it is.
You got to give them their thing, or Scanland's going to be mad about that. So, this is an Amazon Prime show.
Original?
An Amazon Prime original show. It's got 2 seasons. Yep, 2 seasons, bro. It's got 2 seasons.
Have I not seen the second season yet, Joe?
No, you've seen it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah. Well, the first season was like 4 episodes, and they gave us the other 4.
Okay, that's what it was.
Like second season.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. I don't know if I like that.
They're not used to doing the anime style. Anime style, we get 12 episodes, then another 12 episodes. Like, okay.
Are they even technically copying anime style though? Are they kind of trying to do their own thing?
I feel like they're. I don't know. It's kind of like how they did Invincible. If you've seen Invincible.
Oh yeah, with Mark Wahlberg.
Is Mark Wahlberg in Invincible?
No, I'm kidding. That's a football movie.
Oh my gosh, dude, you're trolling me with the. I know what you're talking about. The Mark Wahlberg Invincible movie. God, he plays for the Eagles, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know what you're talking about.
Vince Papali.
Yeah, it took me a second. I know what you're talking about, but that did go.
Yep. It's all right.
But yeah, Invincible the cartoon.
Superhero. Like Invincible. Okay. Yeah.
So Vox Machina is about a band of mercenary adventurers.
Yeah.
That are basically hired by the king and his kingdom. Not an isekai this time. Oh snap! But it's not an anime. So
I think it's only the second one that we have covered that's not an isekai. I think I might be wrong.
I think you're right. So it's a band of adventurers, mercenaries, basically hired by a king to initially deal with a threat, an unknown threat. Because we'll do the spoiler-free version, then we'll get into the spoilers.
Okay, fair enough.
To deal with an unknown threat, and basically They put so how it works is they put these wanted posters out.
Yeah.
Like help
with
wanted
a
posters.
large reward.
Huge
like
reward.
A huge reward.
It's like a huge dumb chest full of gold and stuff.
Pretty much.
And so this band of mercenaries basically
they're not the best or brightest,
they're
but
not the best or brightest
they need money.
Yeah, but they need money. You know, they get kicked out of a bar, they didn't have any money. It starts out with a bar fight. It's pretty cool.
It's a good intro.
Yeah,
it's a really good intro for all of them.
Exactly, dude. Yeah. You got the brother and sister combo, Vax and Vox.
Vex and Vax.
Yep, Vax and Vox. Yep, correct. And then you got Caliph. Then you got Scanlan. Then you got Percy. Scanlan's hand. And then he's the bard, so he likes to sing. That's why we do that. Percy. And then you got Pike, which is their
healer, priest,
paladin.
She's
paladin.
I think she's a paladin. Yeah,
I'd classify her as a paladin.
She's a paladin.
If you play World of Warcraft, she looks pretty paladin. And then you got Grog, which is their big dumb beat stick. That's basically the best way to put
what
it.
He is.
You ever seen Drax from like Marvel? Like that. Yeah. Grog is like he's like
with less speech capability.
Yeah, with less speech capability for sure. So you know, they get thrown out of the bar. They Scanlan goes to use the restroom. So this is an 18 plus
definitely cartoon.
Yeah, I would say
definitely
18 plus cartoon because there's some stuff in it. I don't know if you want to watch around your kids or whatever. That's which puts me to like anime level. See what I'm saying?
Yep.
Puts it in kind of like the anime thing for me. He goes to take a leak, man, and basically he sees the wanted poster. Takes the wanted poster back to the crew. Is like, hey guys, like we're fucking broke. Like we need some bread.
Guys, we need money.
We need money, right? So they're like, all right, well, you know, I don't know. Everybody's like, I kind of don't like everybody else in this party, and then everybody else is like, yeah, I kind of like everybody else either.
Yeah.
But they're like, we need money though, so it's all good. So they hop together. They head over to the kingdom, and pretty much
they show. Kind of where it kicks off, yeah.
Yeah, it's where it kicks off. They show up. The king's like being addressed by all of his like what would you call those people?
His supervisors.
Yeah, I guess so.
Kind of. His advisors, whatever.
Advisors.
Yeah, advisors.
Yeah, so he's being, like, you know, addressed by his advisors on the unknown threat. They can't figure out what it is. They're trying to figure out what they want to do.
Yep.
And the king asks if any mercenaries showed up or anything, and they're like, nope, we haven't heard anything. Nobody wants to deal with it. And then here comes Vox Machina.
Walking in through the
They're
doors.
dirty. They're grungy.
They're drunk. They're drunk. Yeah.
They're just like, we hear there's a money reward. And they're like,
y'all got money over here?
Who are you people? And then Scanlan does his thing.
Does a little sing and
dance.
The
bard, man, does a song and dance. And I guess he convinces them to let them figure it out. And then, so then they start from there to go and investigate what the unknown threat is. And then you kind of just fall in love with the characters from there. That's the spoiler-free version, don't you think?
Yep.
Is that pretty good? I missed anything?
No, I don't think so. You don't think so?
Okay.
No.
All right, cool. So that's the spoiler-free version. It is called The Legend of Vox Machina, and it is on Amazon Prime. You can watch it for free. So definitely go out there and watch it if you haven't seen it yet. But now we're about to get into the spoiler section.
Indeed. What are they going to fight, Joe? Dragon.
But they don't know it's a dragon, though.
Well, here's the thing. Most of them don't know. Vax does know.
How does Vax know, though?
Because she's got that little sense. She got the little tingle. She got the little tingle.
She got the dragon tingle.
She got the dragon tingle.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they've dealt with dragons before.
Her and her brother
have, and her family.
We still haven't seen the backstory on that yet.
Not in its entirety. There's a lot more to it, but
probably
that's...
be in season 3.
Probably.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so she has her little dragon tingle while, you know, meeting with the advisors and the king and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I think she does know that it's a dragon. It's just kind of not made aware to the rest of the team because obviously they want them to go deal with this, and if they tell them it's a dragon, they're probably not going to go deal with that.
Right.
Even though they think they're the best and all that, they're probably not going to go deal with it if it's a dragon.
Right.
But they go out.
Yep.
They don't beat the dragon.
Well, they go out and they find out that not only is it a dragon, it's a fucking blue dragon.
It's a blue dragon.
And blue dragons shoot lightning.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But that's where
it wipes out the village.
It wipes out the village.
And they kind of met some people when they first got there. Like a little family or whatever, and they were nice to them and stuff. And then, so when they were fighting the dragon and shit, they eventually had to run or pretend to be dead. To get away from the dragon.
They got crushed. The rocks fell on them, Pike had her little shield up around them, protecting them.
And Kaelith did the vine tree thing.
Or the vine tree, that's what it was, yep. And that's kind of what, I mean, that's what saved them. Mm-hmm. Dragon thought they were dead, so it went away.
Yep.
And, yeah.
Then when they got out to see if everything was good, man, like, they were like, well, at first when they got done, they're like, nah, man, fuck that. They're not paying us enough money. They're not paying us enough money to deal with the blue dragon. They didn't say it was a dragon. It says unknown threat. I'm not fighting a dragon.
This shit's shooting lightning at me. I don't like it.
Like,
I'm not dealing with
bro.
this.
Nah, bro. And I would have been like, yeah.
I understand.
Unless I had some type of magical power or some shit, I'd be like, nah, bro. So then they go back to the village, you know, because they're like, man, we're out of here. But at least, you know. They go back to the village, and the village is like fucking dead. Everybody's dead.
Everything's gone.
Everybody's dead. Even the family they met with the kids and stuff, which was pretty sad, right?
Yep.
So then, you know, when so that kind of led them, in my opinion, to kind of stick to the mission, right? Because they were like, fuck it, and then
they didn't care until they saw what happened.
What the dragon did,
to the village. And that's kind of what ignited the flame to kind of take, I mean, not necessarily take care of it, but kind of see what they could do to actually help, because obviously killing that dragon right now is not an option.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
So they kind of like, that kind of was like the moment that brought them together. Was their family died and. But
also, I mean, one thing to mention though, when they're fighting the dragon, they're not fighting really well together and this stuff. They're just kind of, I'm going to kill it. No, I got it. My turn.
Right.
This type of thing.
They're not synced up.
Yeah, it's them, or the show just showing us that they're not very coherent. They're not a great group working together right now.
Right.
They have a lot of building to do, stuff like that. That's where the development really comes in, I feel like, with the show. At least for the characters, like their abilities, their relationships, everything like that with Pike and everything that she has to go through.
I agree.
So, but yeah, seeing the village decimated was kind of like the igniting flame for them wanting to become kind of like, not necessarily heroes per se, but
at least finish the task.
Get the money. Still, they do care about the money.
Oh, they definitely care about the money.
They definitely care about the money, but it's not all about the money at that point.
Right. True. So then they go back and that's when Vox tells them that she can sense the dragon.
Vox tells them that she's got the dragon tingle. And she's like, I sensed it in the castle too, and here when we saw the dragon. It's got to be, you know, related.
One of them,
and they make it pretty obvious in the show that it's this one dark and brooding guy that's always just kind of
like the dark advisor guy.
Yeah, he just like, he doesn't trust anybody.
He's the Snape, if you will.
The Snape, if you will. Yeah. Doesn't turn out to be him though.
Nope,
doesn't turn out to be him.
Wasn't him at all.
Actually ends up being the battle master guy.
Yeah, it was actually. Led the army out there to fucking die.
Yep.
That was dirty, dude.
Yep.
And he goes back in his tent and you don't see him.
Well, it turns out he just kills his own army.
Yeah.
He literally just wipes out his own army.
Turns into a dragon.
But what I will say is it does kind of throw you off, and I like that a lot because it's very much like.
Yeah, just try to take this guy to like a whodunit type of thing, man. You guys saw what we talked about.
I wasn't even expecting a whodunit from the show. That's the thing.
See.
As much as like they were trying to set up a whodunit, I wasn't even expecting the whodunit because it was so. Usually when I'm like, it's so obviously this person.
Detective Flu Ishigami,
I mean, it was very obvious, but it was so even more obvious than that I was like, there's only one person it could be. They're trying to set up this whole show around this and then build off that. So I thought it'd be that quick and that easy. No, they're going to build off that, but it's not him.
Right.
It's a whole nother understory going on, developing beneath the castle itself, basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's the first, I guess, if the seasons are 4 episodes, which they are, like that first little season, the first 4 episodes, you get introduced to the characters.
Yep.
You can tell they're not great, you know, fighting together. They're not well connected, everything like that. But it very much builds very quickly. Has a ton of action in it.
Which gives me the anime vibe.
It does. I will say, anime like to drag things out, though.
Yeah, they're true.
Anime do like to drag things out. This got straight to the point, and I love that. I hate when I have to watch 5 episodes of fillers. I really do.
I'm not big on fillers either.
Yeah, but Vox Machina, the 46 minutes that you're watching the show is just all like...
And they do...
You got to pay attention because it's rolling quick.
Yeah,
They pack a lot in, but it works so well together.
I agree with that. I also think they do backstories really well.
They do.
It's short, but like you don't feel like you're missing any information.
Exactly. And I mean, they kind of like with mysterious situations, stuff like that. I like that.
We're in spoilers, so we can talk about Percy.
Well,
so Percy's backstory
comes in more season 2,
mm-hmm.
but they build into it a little bit in season 1 with the smoke and all that,
and the
coming
guns
out of the
and
gun.
everything. Yeah,
which that gun is sick though.
That gun is pretty sick.
That gun is sick. Turns out you make a deal with the devil, it's gonna be pretty sick.
Yeah, powder box.
Powder box.
No, pepper box. Pepper box.
One of those.
Pepper Potter box, whatever. So
Pepper Potter Pots.
Pepper Potter box.
Wait,
but yeah, so I really liked it though.
I did too.
I like my favorite character is probably
it's got to be Grog.
I like Grog.
As dumb as he is, he says some really funny. I mean, he's like.
I think I like Pike's my favorite character.
Pike goes through a lot. She's been cursed. She's been not betrayed by her goddess, but not betrayed, but she's just been clouded from her by this immense curse that's been put on her by getting shot with some evil witch spells.
Right.
But
and I think she said she was conflicted, so it didn't help.
It didn't help at all. It just made it worse.
Because she's trying to be holy, but her crew's is like fucking like wild.
Crazy. Just wild. Like,
wild.
It don't matter how holy you are. You're when you're rolling with the devils, you know, it's a hard thing to do. I think also Percy's curse wasn't helping the situation either. All that stuff. But it was a very good setup for each character. And I mean, we haven't seen all of them.
Right.
Like we haven't seen Vex and Vax yet too much, their backstories, but we got to see a lot of. We even saw Kayla's backstory a little bit, the druid, who her power. Honestly, I think her power is going to be the most OP of all.
Oh, for sure. Dude, she called lightning from like the. Well, she did this. She did the moonlight thing, the moon blast thing. She did the charge. She did the laser beam.
Bro. And that was sick.
She did the lightning from the sky. She's pretty OP.
She's pretty OP. I like her a lot.
She's just got confidence problems.
Yeah, exactly. Confidence and just I think she has a lot of doubt with in the group maybe a little bit and just everything that they're doing together. What they're actually trying to accomplish.
Vax tries to kind of support her a lot, I think.
Yeah.
Well, he does say he loves her, so.
Yeah. Which I think throws her off a little bit more.
Which throws me off in the anime perspective too, because they never finally come out and say that shit to like somebody's about to die.
Especially not that quickly.
Yeah. When he said that when they're at the tree, I'm like, oh, somebody's dead.
Well, and then they did die. So I mean, you're not wrong.
Right, but
they just come back. Yeah. They just get to come back.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, dude.
I will say the villains though. Like usually I'll complain about villains. They're very basic. They're generic. They're just. I complain. That's what I do.
Especially about villains.
That's just what I do. But dude, like the villains even have backstory. The build-up's great. The villains have a really strong correlation with some of the characters even. And that kind of helps, fuse the group together even more.
I agree.
Those cause some issues, but it does help in the end. It all helps in the end. And they even get a new crew member.
Yeah, they do.
So
they do, which is pretty sick.
I don't like her too much, but she was under mind control.
I'm not a
fan. Was under mind control.
I'm not a fan.
That's what we have to understand. A little bit.
Yeah,
But if she wasn't under mind control at the start, when she was like, "You just abandoned me," you got shot with a couple arrows, and I was next.
Talking about Percy
running away from the Briarwoods, who are the main villains in the second season.
Yeah, so first season, the dragon is the villain.
Who is the paladin guy?
He's the paladin guy, which was sick.
That was sick.
That was good, and that threw me off. It threw you off too.
It did.
On who it was. So I like it. I like it that much better that you couldn't decipher it.
I wasn't even looking for it. That's how good it was.
Yeah, it was good.
In my eyes.
And then, so that was cool. And then they gave him a house, and they gave him everything from that. So
I gave him like a little.
I like that.
Yeah,
that was cool. And then they started using them for other quests and stuff.
Like,
and they were like
the king and I love it when the royalty at least actually cares. Like they want to preserve their kingdom. They're not just only on self-preservation stuff like that.
Like we just talked about.
Just talked about Shield Hero. But I thought it was a good. The way they tied in like the villains manipulating the kingdom and stuff, that was great.
Especially with the Briarwoods, that was super cool.
That was great.
And then it was cool that the dragon was actually like one of his head guards too. That was also pretty cool.
But he's also not the only dragon that we're gonna see.
Oh no, because if you guys are paying attention, the rug in his room had all the different color of dragons on it, and so he was the blue dragon, and then Oh, at the end of season 2.
At the end of season 2, we see all the dragons.
All the dragons flying in.
Yeah, which that's gonna be a little bit more difficult to deal with than I think just an
Yeah.
undead witch and her dead husband.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. But yeah, but the villain. I mean, I feel like the villains had purpose in the season 2. Season one was setting up for the end of season 2.
I think it was a little bit more
cool.
setting up than
And then,
even though they had its own story, everything going with it, it was still set up pretty much for season 2 or even for season 3, I think.
Yeah.
So it all works so well together, and it's always setting up for something else.
I agree.
But it works within its own story.
Yeah, which makes me feel like it's an anime because cartoons don't do that.
Yeah, they don't have that depth.
Right.
The depth.
Yeah, I might give it the not an anime stamp of approval.
It's not an anime, but I'm not an anime.
But I'm not an anime though. Yeah.
But I'm not an anime.
But yeah, I'm gonna give it probably the stamp of approval.
But what I will say is, you mentioned Invincible earlier.
Yeah.
I see a lot of similar art styles. It's
do.
not the same, but it is similar.
It is very similar.
Which Invincible then you have to have the conversation, is Invincible an anime, I feel like.
And maybe that'll be an episode.
But I don't see that. I don't know. It's hard for me to say it's an anime because obviously it's not Japanese made. It's not Japanese animation.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very different style.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's Amazon's own little twist on an anime, basically. They're trying to Americanize anime, which honestly I don't like that. But
I don't like that either.
I don't like that, but I thought they did do a good job with this show.
Voice acting was awesome.
The voice acting was phenomenal.
The voice acting is awesome.
It was really good. Yeah. And the voice actors look like their characters.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
That was kind of weird and funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
But
that's one good thing about Amazon Prime, is because when you're watching Amazon Prime, you can click it and it'll show you who's talking and who's who. Yeah. On the side, I love that.
I don't know why I like it. I feel like it's kind of creepy, but I still like it. I like to
know who the actors are. That's kind of
exactly. Cool. It does help me figure out who people are.
Well, because I'll give something a shot if those people are in it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah, I really like that. And then I thought so the dragons thing was set up for season 2, which I liked. That was cool. Because I was kind of worried, like they kind of just killed it and just kind of left it. But the problem wasn't that he was a dragon. The problem was that there was a dragon and it was. The problem is that
he was.
But they didn't think about the motivation behind him being a dragon, because his cave had all the gold and stuff like that. So you're just kind of like, and then there's some books, but they didn't really have time to doing that. But they kind of tiptoed on it.
Yeah, they tiptoed on it, but
then they just completely made you forget about it in season 2. Like, oh well, this undead couple took over Percy's village.
I wouldn't say completely
killed all of his family and stuff like that. And then they all start the fight against good and evil.
Yeah.
Pike gets a super power upgrade. Finally is able to talk to her goddess.
She was getting blocked by a lot.
Dude, that was so cool, dude, when she came in, dude. Because I like this show because they cuss, and that makes it fun for me too. Yeah. She's like
I said, they Americanize it.
Holy motherfuckers! Like shows up and stuff. She's like, all y'all equipped with some badass weapons. Let me buff y'all so y'all can slay some evil.
A true support.
Yeah, a true support. So yeah, that was sick. I like Pike. Pike's my favorite.
It was I feel like it's a great setup for what could be. Again, I don't like that they're Americanizing anime. That's what it feels like. They might not be. That's kind of what it feels like. But they did a great job so far.
I'm okay with America creating anime-like shows as long as they keep the voice acting good and there's actually a story, character development.
It's coherent and you can actually follow along.
You can follow it, and it's just not just. It's not just dumb. Dumb, like it's not just dumb. Like funny isn't enough. Like I need some
depth.
More.
Yeah, you need to be able to think about it. Because
we don't watch anime in English. We watch anime in Japanese. So, to watch stuff in English again, at first it threw me off watching Vex, but then I was like, this is actually really good. And then I was like, let me put it in Japanese. Oh no, this is meant for English. And then you started watching it in Japanese first.
And I was like, this isn't that bad. And then I watched it in English. Oh my god, it's so much better though.
Yeah, it's so much better.
It's not bad in Japanese. It's just so much better in English. Yeah. And it's not meant to be in Japanese.
It's not meant to be in Japanese.
Yeah, it is very much an American show.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's what really made it good. I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it. Too. I don't really have too much more to say about it. The episode might be a little bit shorter, but I give it the stamp of approval. Definitely go out and watch it. I would give it 8 out of 10.
I'd probably give it 8 out of 10.
A strong 8 out of 10 watch recommendation. If you like anime, you will love Vox Machina for sure.
Yeah.
I gotta put you on some stuff. I just not thought about it. We're gonna talk about some Vinland Saga.
Boy,
have you seen Vinland Saga?
No.
Ooh.
Dude, there's so much I haven't been able to see.
It's an Amazon Viking anime.
I might have heard about it.
But it's an
I
anime.
might have heard about
It's an
it.
anime.
It's an actual anime?
It's an anime.
Is it a
though.
Japanese anime?
It's an anime though. So
right,
yeah, it's super good.
Maybe.
But yeah, I give this an 8 out of 10. Definitely a must watch. When the next season drops, we're definitely gonna be watching that, and we'll probably do an episode by episode playthrough because we're gonna start doing episode by episode playthroughs for the stuff that we can cover. We can't do an episode by everything. We might do like a season recap. Like if anime starts dropping too soon, and like every week is 3 episodes, like I'll be like, dude, we can't.
We'll do stuff that we're really into.
Yeah.
And
like right now, we're gonna be rocking Shield because there's kind of a drought, so we'll be doing Shield episode reviews.
But I mean, when the summer comes around, it's gonna be popping off.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be popping off.
But so what'd you give it?
I gave it an 8. I thought it was pretty good. The only things I mean, I like a lot of it. It is darker than, I do like the darkness of it. It is dark. It is good.
Blood, death.
Yep. I will say the reason that I'd probably dock a couple points off is because it does feel like they're kind of abandoning the dragon storyline, but I think they do that just to make it you forget what's going to happen
in season 2 when all the dragons show up.
Just to kind of keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
And to set up for what's to come, which I do like. It's just I wish they would kind of involve maybe the Briarwoods into what's going on in the other kingdom, and maybe they are involved. We don't know, and we just don't know yet.
Yeah.
Which if they are in some capacity, that would be kind of insane.
That would be
cool. But I did like it a lot, though. An 8 out of 10 for me is pretty good.
Okay, I give it an 8 out of 10 because trying to think how I want to put this. So I'm trying to think how I want to put this.
Gotta put it somewhere.
I give it 8 out of 10 for story. Story it's good. I like to see where it's going, but it's not quite there yet. I like the different storylines for each season. But I'm just kind of waiting for the the premium of that.
Yeah.
And so that gives it an 8. And then the other part about it is there are some times in the show where the animation's kind of wonky. It's kind of weird every now and then. Just very little things.
It's a couple frames that just seem
very
out of
little
place
things.
a little bit, but
very little things. Like some of the attacks kind of weird sometimes. Yeah,
I think it comes with the style and what they're trying to put in. Like just the fighting animation sometimes doesn't look like it fits in with. You can
tell it's like their first time, I guess, and so it's kind of like.
But other than that, it's pretty well done.
But yeah, other than that, it's pretty well done. So those two things right now for me give me an 8, make it an 8 for me. But I like the story, I like the characters, I like everything else. So. That's about what I got.
Pretty good, yeah.
So definitely go out and watch it. Vox Machina, man. Obviously, you're at the spoiler section, so you've already watched it. But when the next season comes out, leave us some talk in the comments. Tell us what you think. We really enjoy it. It's good
not
stuff.
bad.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. That's our cover for Vox Machina. If we get any more recommendations, we'll definitely watch them if time allows.
Another one, Seraph of the End is one that we have to watch.
Yeah, I did see that recommendation. Yeah, we'll have to check that out. I haven't seen that either. Yeah, we'll have to watch that. So any other recommendations, definitely put them in the chat for us. We read every single one that comes through. And, yeah, we appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. If you know somebody else likes anime or podcast, definitely share it with a friend.
Get them talking about it.
Yeah, just get them checking it out. Just say, hey, just watch it, There's all these different episodes. Just pick one and watch it. Tell us what you think. So, all right. Well, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you. Peace.